Welcome to Inside SCSO, a recurring look at public safety and crime prevention issues in St. Charles Parish and information about the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office. Our top story, Sheriff Greg Champagne will be here to discuss the mission, core values, and his goals for St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office for 2015 and beyond. We'll also tell you about a training initiative designed to provide the highest quality of law enforcement service possible to the residents of St. Charles Parish. We will discuss Sheriff Champagne's commitment to have his office recognized as an accredited leadership agency. And finally, we'll look at planning by Sheriff Champagne and his staff for large public events. To illustrate this undertaking, we'll show you public safety complexities and demands on the St. Charles Sheriff's Office during the 2015 Mardi Gras season. All this and much more coming right up.
I've always believed that good communication between the public and the Sheriff's Office plays a vital role in crime prevention. Communicating with you has been a priority of mine since I became sheriff in 1996. We intend to use this program as another way to keep you up to date about crime trends. We also, through crime mapping and our crime reporting on our website, want to tell you about every crime reported in the parish, even those that don't warrant a news release. Homicide or murder is a rare crime in St. Charles Parish. However, we need your help in solving a murder which did occur on November 17, 2013 in St. Rose, Louisiana. On that evening, deputies were called to the scene where they found the lifeless body of Ramal Ellis lying on the ground behind the 5th African Baptist Church located in the 100 block of 3rd Street in St. Rose. Ramal Ellis died from multiple gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead on the scene. He was last seen walking from Destrehan to St. Rose. Through the investigation, it was determined that Ramal was killed sometime between 8:30 p.m. and 9:17 p.m. on November 17, 2013. No motive for the murder has been established at this time. We continue to investigate and are seeking your help. If anyone has any information that can help with this investigation, we need you to please immediately contact Sergeant Jeremy Pitchford at 985-783-1135 or call Crime Stoppers 1-877-903-STOP or call our 911 center. You may be eligible to receive a cash reward.
Listen, I've been worried about you because I know you have a lot going on. All these things
baby,
that I worry about.
I miss you so much.
We
ain't going on TOT day. Like, we haven't gone in forever. Oh my God, so
Right.
Don't forget about soccer practice this week. You know we have playoffs. Big deal. Come on, starting and everything. Important.
Experiencing a record-breaking year in reduction of crime for St. Charles Parish, there's much to feel good about for members of the Sheriff's Office. But we know that success is for last year. Continuing that trend is a major priority of every member of the Sheriff's Office. Many factors play a part in our success. Each is an integral part of a complex equation that complements each other. It all starts with planning and commitment. Sheriff Champagne is here to discuss the mission and his vision for his agency. Sheriff, the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office is coming off of a record year of reduction in crime. What is your vision for 2015 and beyond?
Well, first and foremost, I have never deviated from my feeling that every initiative, new or old, must revolve around the core of our mission, which is to keep the people of St. Charles Parish safe by doing everything possible to suppress crime. And that is best portrayed in our mission statement, which, by the way, was developed by members of the Sheriff's Office years ago. And it reads as follows. The members of the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office are dedicated to providing the highest quality law enforcement service in order to enhance community safety, protect life and property, and reduce crime. We pledge individually and collectively to develop a partnership with the entire community to lead a commitment to resolve problems and to improve the quality of life that is unique to our parish.
Can you give a little bit more specifics on how you and your deputies will accomplish this moving forward?
Yes, well, first off, fighting crime and reducing crime must be a battle that takes place on several fronts in order to be successful. No one thing will accomplish it. Nothing individually can reduce crime without the other parts of the battle also being waged at the same time. So I see it really as three main areas for accomplishing the mission. First is visibility is our basic weapon. And that is the visibility of our patrol division in the marked units. And I would suggest that we have probably the best visibility in the metropolitan area as regarding our patrol division. And that function, that serves a couple of things. Number one, it lets the criminal element know that they're being watched, number one. And number two, it lets the public know and gives them a feeling of security to be able to see all of that visibility. Secondly, in addition to visibility, is our investigative ability, which is the ability to apprehend crime once it occurs. Once a crime occurs, there is nothing we can do to undo it. The crime has occurred. So by aggressively investigating it, it can serve as a deterrent to reduce crime in the future. So as we all know, a small few number of individuals can actually be responsible for a large percentage of a crime. So our ability to be able to investigate and quickly bring those to justice who commit crime is very important and actually serves as a crime deterrent. Finally, and maybe most importantly, is citizen participation. We need citizens to be invested in the fight to prevent crime. You know, if you look at the television sometimes, you'll see in major cities, despite the fact that violent crimes occur, there are often very few witnesses. People are scared in many areas to come forward for fear of retaliation. That's really not the case here in St. Charles Parish. And in order to help do that, we feel that we need to make the public aware of crime trends. We need to let them know, whether it be Facebook, email, web pages, we need to let them know what crimes are actually occurring in that community, because how else can they help you if they don't really know what's going on and know what to look for? So we need that, and it helps our community, our citizens be vigilant in helping us in preventing crime. It also provides a healthy respect for their law enforcement agency, and we hope that the public will recognize that the members of the agency, as well as the leaders, that the policing that is being accomplished is fair and professional.
Right.
And commonly, this is known as really community policing.
Right. Sheriff, what other factors in the ongoing battle to reduce crime are you undertaking? Well, there are several, and I'll be happy to list a few here. Number one, we have to have the best and brightest employees, so recruitment is a very important factor. We have to provide our employees with the best equipment available, in order, whether it be radios, automobiles, weapons, technology, to be able to do the job. And along with training is also a new concept, relatively new concept in the department that we've brought, is ethics and leadership training. And we've been going through that now for several months and working with everyone to get everyone fully invested and to feel that they are really a part of fighting crime, and our leadership training is really paying off. Also, of course, sound budgetary and fiscal management is important. We have a certain limited number of funds that we receive every year from property tax revenue, basically, and that must be used wisely, and we're doing that. We also, as I indicated, it's important to engage the public in being invested in the fight against crime. One new initiative, which has just recently started again, is our third Citizens Academy, which started this past week. We also like to educate our young people. School resource officers are there to provide support and work with our students, along with the traditional DARE program. We like to keep up with the latest advances in technology, crime mapping, crime analysis. We're doing an excellent job in the ability to be able to, in general, predict crime trends. We have good relationships, you must have them, with our partners in the criminal justice system, including our judges and prosecutors.
And even though judges are impartial, we certainly work with our district attorney's office, and we have obviously probably a good working relationship, as good as it's ever been right now, which is also very important in the fight against crime.
Sheriff, obviously moving forward, training is going to be a big part of the success of the Sheriff's Office, empowering your staff to be able to be the most efficient and effective. Can you share with us a little bit about the complex that's going up next to headquarters on Judge Dufresne Parkway?
Yes, well, training has always been an important part of our success, and we hope to now enhance it with the new training center that is under construction here on Judge Edward Dufresne Parkway. We hope to cut the ribbon to that building in either May or early June, and we're very proud of it. It's going to be a state-of-the-art training center with classrooms and the ability to provide the latest technology in training of law enforcement officers, both here from St. Charles Parish and several surrounding agencies. So we're very proud of that building, and we look forward to its opening in May.
Great, we're looking forward to it. Thank you, Sheriff.
Yeah, man, I need to get home.
Man, you should stay here. You look a little tore up. I don't think you should be driving.
Oh, nah, man, I can drive.
Empowering his deputies to make sound decisions is one of the highest priorities of Sheriff Champagne. With our own accredited post academy, one of only 27 in the state of Louisiana, and our continuous in-service training program, Sheriff Champagne's progressive approach is to steadily raise the bar for law enforcement training. With us today is Dr. Mitch Javidi, co-founder of the International Academy for Public Safety. Dr. Javidi is an envisioner with over 30 years of practical and hands-on experience in developing leadership models for diverse industries, which include corporate America, military organizations, and law enforcement agencies. He has published over 100 articles and several books, and he has lectured through nearly 1,000 presentations worldwide. His most recent book, Deliberate Leadership, Creating Success Through Personal Style, is playing a large part in developing leadership skills among St. Charles Parish deputies. Dr. Javidi is joined today by Chief Deputy Joseph Cardella. Together, they are tasked with implementing a leadership training model designed specifically for St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office. Dr. Javidi, thank you very much for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about the International Academy of Public Safety and how it's allowing law enforcement agencies to become more effective?
Thank you, Captain. We at the International Academy of Public Safety believe that every officer, every deputy in a law enforcement agency is a leader regardless of the rank. We have been working now for the last 5 years with many visionary agencies, particularly St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office, to really apply the leadership principles, philosophies, and values, and at a very high level and a macro level across the organization, basically training and elevating all the leaders at all rank within the sheriff's office. The whole idea is this: with all the things that have been happening in the last few months, including Ferguson, it is clearly evident that many law enforcement agencies have not trained their personnel on the fundamentals of leadership to build trust with their community, with a sense of compassion. I think your agency is very different, and I really compliment Sheriff Champagne and Chief Cordella for taking the leadership to wanting to bring leadership to the agency, that everyone is trained on all the fundamentals of character building and leadership with moral compass.
Oh, great. Tell us a little bit about the program that you developed for St. Charles and how it's going to improve the quality of law enforcement here for the residents of St. Charles Parish.
You know, typically what happens in law enforcement is a little bit different than the military. You know, when we join the military, regardless of the rank, from day one, they teach you and they invest in you with the fundamentals of leadership. Unfortunately, law enforcement is a little bit different. Partly is because of budgetary reasons. There is never enough money left to invest in leadership building until the people go through the rank and together to the higher rank. You know, we use our resources to put gas in the deputy's car. We put our resources to teach them how to use certain skills, like how to make an arrest or how to deal with correction people. But at the end of the day, there is not enough money left to teach leadership principles to everyone. So that's where we're coming. We're coming in a way of working as a private company, working with the public sector like your agency, in investing with one another. The similar way, that's what we do with our public school systems or with our churches, because they cannot do it by themselves. So our program is designed, and that's what we've been working together now nearly 2 years, to bring the best-in-class scholars, college professors, law enforcement people, military people, community leaders to build a comprehensive, a total of 360 hours of leadership program that goes from the basic indoctrination in leadership all the way to the command college, and deliver that in a very, very cost-effective way. So the first level of the program that we are doing together is provide those training online in a very cost-effective way where the personnel, they can learn on their own rather than coming to the classroom. And when they complete that, then we bring them in a classroom 25 at a time, and we work with them in a bunch of case study, where now we're creating an environment for the officers and the personnel to learn from one another. That is why I'm here this week. So far, a good portion of your deputies and your people have gone through the first phase of online training, which is about 60 hours. And for the last 3 days, I've been here working with them in a group of 25 and create that environment that they can learn from one another. It is an exceptional blended learning, and I'm very, very impressed with your commanders, with your deputies, with your personnel, because they have fully embraced this.
Great. You talk about phase one. Let's talk a little bit about Sheriff Champine's journey towards becoming leadership credentialed. How does that go about, and what would be the benefit to the people here in the parish?
Well, first of all, from my perspective, Sheriff Champagne is already a great leader. Not only at the parish level, not only at the regional and state level, but at the national level. Sheriff Champagne is in the position that I believe in 2016, he would be the president of the National Sheriffs Association. National Sheriffs Association is an organization that all 3,000 sheriff agencies around the country are a member of. So the kudos to Sheriff Champagne, because at a national level, he has the credibility, he has built the trust for them to have him as their president, as their leader. But at a macro level, at the parish level, I think Sheriff Champagne recognizing that he has a very, very good organization. He has a very, very good agencies, but the agency is not great yet. And to me, that is a great sign of a great leader that recognizes that in order to go from good to great, the organization has to invest in its people, and part of that investment in education and training. Right in the center of it is character building and leadership. It is not to say that the deputies, the personnel, the officers at St. Charles Parish are not good leaders or they have done something wrong. It is to say that leadership is truly a journey. It's a verb, it's not an adjective. I have a doctorate degree in leadership. I've been a professor. I've taught at North Carolina State. I've taught at Duke. I've taught at Illinois State University. I have trained many leaders around the world. But when they ask me how much you know about leadership, my answer is, I'm still learning.
There you go. Good deal. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Chief Cardella, as we move forward through this process, how do you see it unfolding? And can you give us a little bit of a glimpse on where you think that we're ultimately going to end up with this extensive training?
Well, I think to answer that question, I have to start by saying where we were. St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office is a good agency. It's a very good agency. But like Dr. Javidi said, we want to be great. We realize that our best resources and our most important resources are our employees and those people at rank that we have as supervisors, but we don't want them just to be supervisors. We want them to be leaders. We want them to be a deliberate leader and a critical leader. And so to take this program, which causes them to look at themselves first and find out who they are as a leader, and then develop those that work both at below them and above them, will only bring our agency further along to be able to address the challenges that are ahead of us. Becoming an accredited leader is going to make our agency much better. We'll be able to go to another level, and not only that, leave a legacy for those of us that are getting up in years, to be sure that what we're leaving when we go is a vibrant and a very positive and very, very effective law enforcement agency.
Well, thank you. Dr. Javidi, Chief Cardella, thank you. This is an exciting program. Look forward to participating in it, and looking forward to learning more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are asking your help in locating a fugitive from St. Charles Parish. Brandon Michael Scott, age 30, is wanted on multiple gun charges. His last known address is 907 Paul Frederick Street in Luling. He has multiple prior arrests, including drug violations, battery on a police officer, and resisting arrest. He should be considered armed and dangerous. Scott is a black male, 6 feet 2 inches tall, who goes by the alias of Kid. He has tattoos with the words "Young" and "Bleed" on his right arm. He also has 9 gold upper and lower teeth and weighs approximately 180 pounds. Anyone with information about Scott's whereabouts should call Detective Alan Tabora at 985-783-6807 or call Crime Stoppers at 1-877-903-STOP. You may be eligible to receive a cash reward.
The St. Charles Parish Fraternal Order of Police invites you to be part of our third and final construction phase of the St. Charles Parish Fallen Heroes Memorial. In this phase, a bronze statue of a child will be placed next to the current statues of a kneeling deputy that is holding a flag and facing images of St. Charles Parish's 4 fallen officers who gave their final breath in the service of St. Charles Parish residents. Also included in this phase will be 2 benches and accent lighting. To raise funds needed to complete this memorial, the St. Charles Parish Fraternal Order of Police is selling engraved bricks with your or your loved one's names or the names of civic-minded businesses. These bricks will be placed in the memorial's legacy walk at the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office headquarters on Judge Edward Dufresne Parkway in Luling, Louisiana. This is your opportunity to honor St. Charles Parish's fallen heroes and recognize the loved one by having their name forever associated with this tribute. To order your brick, visit the St. Charles Parish Fallen Heroes Memorial page on Facebook or contact me at 985-783-1355. All donations are tax deductible. Mardi Gras has been called the greatest free show on earth. Locals and visitors from around the world migrate to the greater New Orleans area each year to be part of the festivities. In St. Charles Parish, thousands line the parish's 4 parade routes, thanks in large part to our safe, family-friendly atmosphere. Reality is, however, the greatest free show on earth is anything but free. It takes a great deal of public resources to put these events together. From a public safety standpoint, Sheriff Champagne places your safety and that of our community at his highest priority. He and his staff invest countless hours of planning and coordination that begins months before a parade ever rolls. Every possible scenario involving safety, security, medical, fire service, traffic, and impact to the community are all considered. His staff develops a detailed response plan for all perceivable challenges that may arise. On parade day, an army of deputies line a parade route with clearly defined instructions designed to make your day at the parade a safe and pleasant experience. Here to discuss the planning and implementation of this year's plan during the 2015 Mardi Gras season is Captain Joe Ganote, Commander of the Patrol Operations for the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office. Captain Ganote, thanks for joining us today. can you share with us a brief overview of the planning process for this past Mardi Gras season and describe the manpower needs to effectively police a parade like ours?
Sure. For example, the Luling Parade requires 65 deputies and the Des Allemands Parade requires 45 deputies to make it as safe as possible. Now, each one of these deputies is out on an overtime basis, so it shows a major commitment by our sheriff to ensure the safety of the parade goers.
Right. And this doesn't pull from anyone else that would normally be working a normal patrol.
Our normal patrol shifts run as normal, and the parade is a whole other entity in itself.
Right. Captain Gannot, there's not much of a difference between this event and some of our other events other than the size. I mean, in St. Charles Parish, we have a number of events. We have the Catfish Festival, the Alligator Festival, we have 3rd of July celebration, Destray and Hornville football games, we have the Bridge Run. All of these things have their own unique challenges, but what is the similarities with this event in Mardi Gras?
Actually, the planning, there's a lot of similar things. The planning is the same. We still prepare every year. We know these events are coming. We have the dates ahead of time. So we start planning the manpower. We start gathering the intelligence that we need, put task force together. We take them all very, very serious, and 90% of them are done through just strictly overtime. Some of it are detail rated, but most of them is overtime, again, showing the commitment of the sheriff's office.
Well, with so many factors involved in critical community services along the parade route in Luling alone, a hospital, fire, nursing homes, can you tell us a little bit about the command structure that's in place and how we have continuity with all of these different services not disrupted by the parade?
Sure. We utilize the FEMA Incident Command System, which is designed to bring everyone together in the government agency who has a stake or a stakeholder in the parade. And we meet together months prior to preparing and planning for the parade, and then we're all together in the command post to deal with any issues that may come about during the parade. So we'll all sit together and we're in one place so we can solve problems that may arise that could be of interest to public safety.
Obviously, the visible presence of so many uniformed personnel along the parade route has a calming effect on parade goers. What steps does the Sheriff's Office take to help these events run smoothly?
We first begin gathering intelligence that may come up months ahead of time regarding anything that could be of a safety issue or have an impact on the parade. We also place a 6-man task force after the parade to deal with any post-parade issues that could be of concern.
Well, thank you, Captain Gannot. This year's parade ran smooth and safe. It's probably, in 30 years I've been working, it's probably the smoothest it's going, so it's done a great job with it. But it doesn't happen on its own. It happened with a small army of dedicated public employees, both public safety and parish employees, that made it happen. So, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to announce the opening of the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office firing range to civilians for handguns only on the following dates: Saturday, March 14th, Saturday, March 28th, Saturday, April 4th, Saturday, April 18th, May 9th, and Saturday, April 16th. To use the range, you must own a handgun and follow these important rules. Report to the firearm instructor prior to removing weapons from your vehicle. Weapons must be transported to the range in a suitable transportation device or secured in a holster while on the range. Weapons must be brought to the range unloaded. All safety and liability forms must be filled out and signed prior to firing. Proper identification is required and presented to the firearm instructors. All participants are required to bring the following: their own targets, safety glasses, hearing protection, ammunition, and staples and staple gun. Our range is located behind the Nelson Coleman Correctional Center on Louisiana Highway 3127 in Kelowna, Louisiana. If you have any questions, please contact Lieutenant Ted Adams at 504-201-5222.
Are you ready to make the move to a progressive law enforcement agency? The St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office is hiring. St. Charles Parish is a suburban community with a highly rated public school system, a low crime rate, plentiful outdoor recreation, and easy access to everything the New Orleans area has to offer. The St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office, which protects a vibrant and prosperous community, is looking for qualified applicants to join our team. Just 20 miles west of New Orleans, the St. Charles Parish Sheriff's Office meets the challenges of protecting a busy Mississippi River port, as well as a parish population of 53,000. Our neighborhoods range from 200-year-old communities to new subdivisions. And while we cherish our traditions, we are looking towards the future. The Sheriff's Office is the parish's only law enforcement agency. With a force of nearly 400, we provide a comprehensive array of services that gives us the ability to not only solve crime, but to help prevent them by a focus on community outreach and engagement. We are looking for qualified, driven, and motivated deputies to join our team. Throughout a deputy's career, we will train qualified recruits in our regional post academy, one of only 27 in Louisiana. All post-certified deputies receive annual in-service training to ensure that they remain at the highest training level. Officers participate in in-house classes, including active shooter response, use of force, legal updates, and defensive tactics, as well as leadership and ethics training. Our seamless communications network ensures that officers have all the information they need to solve a crime. Our culture prioritizes communication between all parts of the Sheriff's Office, ensuring that responding officers have the information and resources needed. Deputies today pull away from roll call meetings in a police cruiser linked to a virtual world of comprehensive real-time information. The trunks of their patrol units are loaded with investigative tools that helps locate and properly collect even the slightest particle of evidence. Benefits include employer-paid health, life, and vision insurance with optional dependent coverage. Long-term disability coverage is also available. There also is a generous retirement from the Louisiana Sheriff's Pension System. The minimum requirements for hire are 18 years of age, 21 for patrol, high school diploma or GED, clean criminal background, no history of illegal drug use in the past 24 months, resident of Louisiana. To apply, visit our website, www.stcharlessheriff.org, or call Miss Lori Meckham at 985-783-6237, extension 2016.
Thank you for joining us for Inside SCSO. We hope you found this program informative. Future episodes will be produced on a regular basis and made available through St. Charles Parish Government Access channels, online, on our website, and through social media. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.